This video is for the installation of the NightRide Pro SL Cableless on the Unity S14 or S04 Spotlight. First, a quick overview of the two Unity Spotlight models. On the right, you have the S04, which you can identify with the text on the bottom, and also you'll notice that the LED is sealed and it is attached with a simple ring. You can identify the S14 with the text on the back, and also you'll notice that it's sealed with an O-ring visible from the outside, and the housing consists of two parts, a clear front and a plastic back, which could either be black or silver. What's notable here is that the LED is not sealed, so the sealing is accomplished by the housing itself.
We're going to remove the fuse to powering the Spotlight, and for Tahoe, it's located on the right side, under this panel here. In this case, it's F25, 15 amp fuse. Next, we want to cut the wire here, supplying power to the handle.
And make sure that before this wire is cut, that the fuse is disconnected. If the wire is cut while the fuse is connected, it'll blow the fuse.
Next, we can remove the handle using a Torx screwdriver.
So now we're removing the screw. To remove the wedge, you push it out. Take the screw and the wedge out. The handle should pop out. And then we begin the installation process of the new handle. So when you're ready, look for the flat spot here and line up the flat spot with where the wedge will sit. So the wedge will sit on the flat spot. So when installing the handle, right now, when I'm looking at it through here, I see the wedge, or the flat spot for the wedge, and the flat spot for the wedge. Press it in. Remove the spotlight to match. And now it's installed.
We will now add a grounding wire to this screw.
The first step is just to unscrew the screw. And when it's out, look for a ring terminal that fits this bolt. This is, I believe, a 1/4 inch. Next, you'll grab your 18 gauge wire and strip off a little bit for the ring terminal. And insert the wire in. After crimping the ring terminal in place, and then screw in this bolt.
And connect the wire to the ground of the vehicle.
You take the cable and you route the cable in past the dash and the trim. And feed it through if possible.
Add some zip ties to keep the wire close to the shaft.
It is imperative to remove any slack and anchor down the power and ground wires with zip ties.
Trim.
Alright, so next we're going to connect the power. Strip this guy, this guy. Strip this jacket as well. Use a snap lock. And then the wire going to the handle goes to the red wire here. And then this gets tucked in the back here or zip tied. Just gonna tuck it for now. And then replace the side panel. First step is to put the layer and hood or in the tools. Rotate, hold, and unscrew. Screw at the base. This tool, there's a little point here that slips into the bottom where the screw previously was. And this thing has directionality, so it can't go in this way. This edge is tapered to the contour of the cover. It slips on here first, and you apply downward force here while pushing it counterclockwise to loosen the cover. Remove the LED. So this connector has a little latch here. Probably flap out to separate the LED. That side, remove power. Grab a wrench. Just spin counterclockwise to loosen. If you have a socket, it would be easier. After you finish loosening the nut, just take off the nut, take off this harness, take off the lock washer, and remove the bolt. If this O-ring is damaged, we included a spare one here in the accessories bag. Alright, you just have to put on the new bowl. Reuse the lock washer. The ground ring terminal and the provided nut here. We suggest using a medium strength thread locker here, so just a little dab would do before tightening everything up. So this female retainer clip goes in the middle here, and it should click on. Next you take the original LED.
The NightRide Pro SL Cableless works by using the existing wiring inside the Unity lamp. interrupting the wiring between the LED and the handle, allowing the Pro SL to turn the LED on and off while keeping the thermal camera on. There are 4 wires on 2 cables coming from the Pro SL. On the input cable, we have red for hot and black for ground. On the output LED cable, we have red and white for LED plus and black and white for LED minus. For S14, these cables come shipped with connectors ready for plug and play. For S04, you must splice the Pro SL wires to the factory Unity wiring. Connect the barrel terminal to the red input wire, the Pro SL's hot wire. Connect the ring terminal to the black wire, the Pro SL's ground wire. Connect the positive terminal of the LED to the red and white wire, the Pro SL's LED plus wire. Connect the negative terminal of the LED to the black and white wire, the Pro SL's LED minus wire. To finish the installation of the Pro SL with Unity S04, use the provided ring, and screw. No O-rings are required with the Unity S04.
Lastly, you have to route the wires such that the power and ground wrap around this section of the LED. And then wipe clean any fingerprints in the LED. Install O-ring around the bulb. Next up is to apply some silicone grease on the gasket. It's just to lubricate to install the LED cover. So apply grease on the inside brim here, where the gasket sits, as well as the base here where the screw sits. So you put on the cover with the Unity logo facing upright. Get it started, and then you can finish tightening with the tool. The last step is to replace the fuse.
So now after the NightRide Pro SL has been installed, when you press the button, the Unity should turn on and off.